All right, Congressman, we have a hostage coming home, so we want to go to that now. I appreciate your time. Fox News alert: an American held by the Taliban for more than 2 years is right now live. Joint Base Andrews, back on American soil. Another victory for our country. Another victory for President Trump, a promise kept, and his administration. George Glezman walked off the plane to a hero's welcome. He was from Atlanta originally, traveled to Afghanistan in December 2022. He was detained by the Taliban's intelligence service, but was never charged with any crime or offense. The State Department declared him a wrongful detainee in 2023. Secretary of State Marco Rubio thanked Qatar for facilitating the negotiations to bring Glesman home. Welcome home to this American who is now among us. And I'm so happy that Congressman Andy Biggs is with me for this very moment. We were talking about so many other things, but this is something that brings the country together. Congressman, it's happening live. Your reaction?
Well, this is a great moment. What a victory for this gentleman and his family and his loved ones. But it's also a victory for America and for the world against terrorism. And it comes because of a strong president. We had a weak president who refused to do anything and take action. I mean, they were doing lip service, but they did not take the action necessary to leverage power to get these hostages home. And this is not the first, of course, under President Trump, and it won't be the last. But we welcome this gentleman in his home and say congratulations to he and his family. And we hope that they can heal and regain all of the life that they've missed as a hostage.
Yes, definitely. And you can see he's carrying what looks to be something that's been handed to him perhaps since he got off the plane, and that is the American flag in his left hand as he turns around. Now, there may be some media on the tarmac. I want to see if we can hear what he's about to say. This is exclusive to Fox News.
Thank you very much. Thank you. How does it feel to be back on U.S. soil?
I'm amazed. You know, I feel like born again. God, I have no words, but anyways, I'm in debt with the President Trump. Amazing, you know. Thank God he's in the White House where he's at, and thank God he got me out. Marco Rubio, Mike Waltz, Adam Boehler. I'm in debt with everybody that was involved in this situation because they got me home. A free American individual, free from the hands of these people that abducted because of my U.S. passport, basically. And I'm just thankful. I got no words to express my gratitude for my liberty, my freedom.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Exclusive to Fox News, the first words of George Glezmann. And, you know, that was really the first time that we have heard definitively what he thinks about why he was taken. He said, effectively, it was because he held a U.S. passport. Remember, moments ago, as this was unfolding live and still is, I mentioned that there were never any charges pressed against him, but he was taken by the Taliban. So I don't know if their judicial process would be anything like what we would recognize in this instance. Anyway, he said he was abducted because of his passport. Congressman, I know that on Capitol Hill, these things are being talked about a lot because this changes, as you were pointing out, not just relationships with the people that we, you know, have to negotiate the freedom of Americans with, but it shows the rest of the world something about us as Americans.
Yeah, it does. It shows that we're not gonna lay down anymore. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get our people, and that's what's happening here. And that's what's happening here. And so, to him, we say, great. And for the rest that are being held, know that President Trump and this country is coming for those hostages to save them and bring them home.
Wow, how about that? I'm not sure what exactly he's holding up there. Obviously, it looks like maybe the back of a boarding pass. Delta Airlines family, thank you. Oh, it's what he had to write on to thank his family. God bless him.
Delta Airlines, my family, they've been with my wife from day one, doing the impossible to get me out with the government. lots of gratitude for my company. And I made this the day I was leaving in my cell.
Can you explain anything of your ordeal? How things you experienced things over there, and did you ever have any doubts or ever give up hope?
Yes, of course, you lose hope as time goes by and nothing happens, but then hope comes back and goes away. Yeah, it's just the mind games they play with you and all that. But you know, at the end, I'm home. Thanks to the government, thanks to Delta, thanks to my lovely wife that she's the one that didn't lose hope. Thank you guys very much.
So grateful for what he just shared, giving us so much more information. He was a mechanic at Delta, and so he just explained that he sees Delta as an extension of his family, and his wife he was talking about had worked so closely with Delta, and that at those moments when he had just about given up hope, as he was leaving his cell, he said that was the sign that he made. Thank you to my family, to Delta. How about that? We understand his daughter will be on America Reports later this afternoon. That's at 1 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank Congressman Andy Biggs of the great state of Arizona for being with me on a lot of different issues today, but watching and welcoming one of our own come home, held in the grasp of the Taliban and free today. Thank you, Congressman, for being with us.
Thanks, Harris. Good to be with you. And what a great day.
Amen.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.